Hello everyone, I'm Bob and I'm going to do a review of this guitar. This is my latest purchase. The first nylon string guitar that I have bought in 21 years. And I picked it up yesterday for 5,000 Philippine pesos, or just about 100 US dollars. And this is I picked it up secondhand, by the way. This is a 3-year-old guitar. This is a Cort AC120CE-OP. Okay, and it is nylon stringed classical guitar from Cort, which is a South Korean manufacturer that makes a lot of guitars for themselves, for their own brand, as well as for other brands. And this particular guitar is made in Indonesia, I would assume in their plant in Surabaya. So we'll take you through the name. So AC, I guess that means acoustic classical. 120, they have a range. Their most entry-level model is the AC70, and they go all the way to 200, 240, or 250, where you can get a spruce top. And then it's C because of the cutaway, the Venetian cutaway, and E because there's a preamp. There is it's an acoustic electric guitar that you can plug in. And then OP. Why is it OP? Because of the open pore finish. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see the pores on the wood are still there. It's not a smooth finish. Okay, so that's just the style of finishing a guitar. And I like it. I think it's a very, very nice finish. Not too glossy or satiny. It still looks very high-end to me. This is a laminated spruce top. So this is not a solid top. Merbau bridge and fretboard. And the back and sides, I hear, are mahogany. I hear conflicting reports even from the Cort website about what kind of mahogany this is. Yeah, Okuome maybe, I don't know, but it's laminated. It's all laminated. Black binding all around. This neck is also mahogany, if I'm not mistaken. And there's a good look at the headstock and I believe this is what they call butterbean tuners. So this guitar has a 25.6-inch scale. So it's pretty much the same scale that you would see on a dreadnought guitar. And the nut is 2 inches. My Takamine has a nut that's 1.675 inches. So to go to this 2-inch nut and to have the string so far apart, it's a bit of an adjustment. But I really like have missed having a nylon string guitar, so I bought this. This preamp is what Cort calls its CE304T preamp tuner. So there's a bass, middle, and treble controls, and then there's a tuner and a volume control. So it's a very simple setup. I like the fact that the panel is very small. It's not like one of these big, huge panels that takes up a lot of real estate on the side of the guitar. So yeah, I bought this guitar yesterday from a seller that I found on Facebook Marketplace, and I met up with him in a mall, and I went to buy new strings. I bought these Diodario classic nylon strings, and in the store was this same guitar being sold new for 10,200 pesos, or about 200 US dollars, or about double the price. So I think I got a great deal on this guitar. There's no truss rod on this guitar. This is considered to be like a lower intermediate instrument for Cort. So this is not, a fancy high-end guitar. It's best for beginners, for people learning classical guitar, or people like me who have just missed the feel, the very playable feel of a nylon guitar, where you can just become so expressive. Because sometimes steel string guitars, they're not really that easy to play. So I'll just give you a few samples of the sound of this guitar. Very playable. I put these Diodario Classic strings. It really has improved. The bass become a lot punchier since I took out the old strings. Forgot that solo, but anyway. So sounds pretty good strummed also. Of course, classical guitars are really not designed for this kind of strumming most of the time. But I'm generally happy with the tone of the guitar, considering what I paid for it. That's as much as I know of that solo, unfortunately. You're not supposed to use a pick with the classical guitar, but so there you've got a mix of plucking and soloing and some strumming as well. So I've been playing around with this guitar for a day now, and the pros, the things I like about it. Workmanship is really good. The finish here on the top is great. This is a rosette. It's a decal rosette. It's not any marquetry or anything, but it is under the finish, so it can't get chipped off, which is great. Everything about the construction of the guitar is fantastic. Everything lines up perfectly. There's a good look at the machine heads, the tuning gears, whatever they're called. The action is fantastic. This has no truss rod, but the action is low, very playable. I did not feel any need for an adjustment in the action. So there's no truss rod, you can't adjust the action, but the action is great. Now intonation is not perfect, okay? Up here is still okay. The B string, ever so slightly off here on the 7th fret. Same here for the E string, but very, very little. It's actually closer here on the 12th fret. So making an E chord here. Not bad. Again, not 100% perfect, but not bad. Well within my tolerances. So I love the neck. As you can see, the neck, it's a low profile neck, very playable neck. If you're coming from an electric guitar or like a Taylor guitar with a slim performer's neck, you will appreciate this neck a lot. It's also a very light guitar. I'm amazed at how light this is. This is one of the lightest classical guitars that I've ever played. So I like that. I think for what I got it for $100 US equivalent, it is a great value. The cons, what I don't like about it. The tone for me, it's a decent tone. It never lets you forget that it's a laminated top for me. Definitely does not sound like a solid top. So in a sense, you're really getting what you pay for. Cort has other models that the AC200 or 250, for example, and I believe they have solid tops, and I'm sure they'll be a bit more resonant, a bit more volume and power. Right now, especially coming from a steel string, a dreadnought, this really doesn't have the oomph. The basses, they're fairly punchy. The trebles for me, you can definitely tell that this is a guitar that's been made to a price point, and so it doesn't give you anything more than it promises there. Now, as we said, this does have a pickup, so I'm going to plug it in and I'm going to let you hear it. Unfortunately, I don't have an acoustic amp. My amp is for an electric guitar. Wait, the reverb. I took out the reverb, so... I'm upping the bass, upping the mids a bit, lowering the treble, bit of a mellower sound. I'll up the treble, lower the bass, keep the mid in the middle. I think this is the best EQ, yeah. So I think for a pickup, it's a very decent sound for an acoustic electric classical. So, yeah, the cons, definitely not super high-end sound, super high-end tone. You need to get a solid top, I think, to get a really great acoustic tone. But I'm just glad that this has a pickup. I can gig with this if I wanted to. and that's great. What I am gonna do is these strings that I have on it are normal tension, and the next set of strings that I will put in will be high tension. They will definitely be a bit tighter, and I should get more volume, more projection, better feel. Right now the trebles feel a little floppy, especially this G string. I'm just hoping that as I put a higher tension string, that it doesn't have any strain here on the bridge and on the nut, and hopefully this neck won't bow out because of too much tension. I don't think so, because in general these classical guitars do not have a great deal of high tension. So that's pretty much it for this guitar, the AC120CE-OP by Cort. And I'll just sing a song here, and I'm gonna sing Now and Forever by Richard Marx, because this has a solo that is really played on a classical guitar. Whenever I'm weary of the battles that rage in my head, you make sense of madness when my sanity hangs by a thread. I lose my way, but still you seem to understand. Now and forever I will be your man. Sometimes I just hold you, too caught up in me to see I'm holding a fortune that heaven has given to me. I'll try to show you each and every way I can, now and forever, yeah, I will be your man. Now I can rest my worries and always be sure that I won't be alone anymore. If I'd only known you were there all the time, all this time. Until the day the ocean doesn't touch the sand, now and forever, yeah, I will be your man. Now and forever, yeah, I will be your man. So there, that's the Cort AC120CE-OP. It's a fine guitar for just about anything. If I go out of town, if I go camping, although I never go camping, but if I did, or if I was going anywhere where it might rain, or it's going to be very warm or something, I would definitely bring this guitar instead of my Takamine, which is heavier and a bit more expensive, and I want to take care of that more. So it's great to have a nylon string guitar again. It's just so easy to play. You can just be so expressive, and so it's fantastic. It's just so easy to slide here on these trebles. I can't wait to put stiffer strings on it. I think it's going to make a big difference. So that's all for my review here of the Cort AC120CE-OP. Please subscribe and like this video, and I'll be bringing you more stuff going forward. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.